Hey guys, so today I'm going to show you how I made this rug using Dollar Tree rope. For this rug, I got this rope from the Dollar Tree and I used 10 packs of it and also some hot glue. First, you're going to take one of your ropes and you're going to take the end of it and you're going to take your hot glue gun and put a little bit of glue and then fold it in on itself and start to wrap it around like you're making a spiral. And I recommend for this project to try to use the minimum amount of glue just because you don't want it to seep out and stick out through the top. It won't look very good. But so I try to use the smallest amount, but when I start a rope and finish it, I do use more than I do throughout the rest of it, just because I want to make sure that it holds properly. And as you can see, I started out holding it in my hand, but then once it gets to a certain point, I lay it flat on the table and I just start putting glue and wrapping it around that way, just so that way it doesn't start curling up or, forming some sort of weird shape, and it just stays flat. And I didn't start out using it, but I do recommend putting parchment paper or wax paper underneath the area that you're gluing. It doesn't need to go underneath the entire thing, just the spot that you're gluing at the moment, just so that way it doesn't stick to the surface area or ruin, whatever surface area you're working on. It just makes it much easier. And like I said in the beginning, I used 10 packs of the ropes, and I will put down in the description box how big that is. The 10 packs ended up making about a 25 3/4 inch diameter circle, but I measured after each pack of ropes so that way you will know, like, if you want to make, a certain size, or if you only want to use a certain amount of packs, then you will know how big it will be. And also, you don't have to make a rug. You can make placemats or, pretty much anything that you want. I just want to make a little rug. So that you will be able to find down in the description box, and hopefully that will be helpful. Also, I did want to mention, I recommend every so often flipping it over and putting fabric Mod Podge, not regular Mod Podge, but fabric Mod Podge on the back of it. And the reason why I say that is because it's just an extra reinforcement to help it so that way it doesn't fall apart, because you are just using hot glue, and hot glue isn't necessarily a permanent bond, so it's just an extra precaution that it doesn't fall apart on you. And I found, because I did try regular Mod Podge and fabric Mod Podge, the regular one seemed to just absorb into the rope, and it didn't really offer, much security. But the fabric one stayed thick and it was bendable, and of course it's, meant to be used for fabric, which the rope is, fabric. And I just felt like it had a much better hold, and it just made me feel like it was much more secure. So you don't have to do that. And of course there are other options, but for me, that seemed to work best. So I did want to recommend that to you if you want to try it. And here it is dried after putting the Mod Podge on the back, and it's much more secure than it was. So now I'm just going to continue on with my next rope and just put it around the same way as before. Also, when you look at the rope, you will notice that it is wider than it is tall. And so I noticed as I was doing this that if you don't keep it all in the same direction, it will be higher in some places than other. And I hope you can tell by looking at it that it seems to dip down in certain areas, and that's only because I didn't realize that it was flat. So it's fine. It still looks great. I just wanted to mention it in case you were concerned about keeping it all the same height. And in this last part, I'm just showing you how I finished the rug off with the very last rope. It's the same as the rest of the rug. However, I did use a little bit more glue just because I wanted to make sure that the edge especially was secure. And there you have it, guys. It is time consuming, but I think it turned out super cool and it was super easy to do. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it for you. Don't forget to subscribe, hit the like button and the notification bell before you leave. Thanks guys, see you next time.